spring when Coach Mark was talking about you, talking about the need for you to get more physical.
Yes, sir.
Back in, I guess, April, whenever it was.
Yes, sir.
Kind of, since then, kind of how you think you've accomplished that part of your game?
I feel like I've gotten a lot better in the run game. You know, like just staying in the weight room consistently. You know, staying on the grind, pushing the weight hard. You know, trying to better myself. You know, like knowing my assignments, knowing what to do. You know, and just staying on the same path. And, you know, keep progressing every day.
How are things going for you at left tackle? I know Kobe challenged you to be a better leader. It's your first real fall as the starter there. How are things going for you this camp there?
You know, it's always a work in progress, but I feel like, you know, I've done enough to, you know, push myself to be better. You know, I can always be better in any aspect of life. So I just continue like every day to push myself in practice, push my teammates to be better. You know, I try not to look at my own like individual action at left tackle. I try and like, you know, it's all about the team. I'm not trying to, you know, put everything on myself. So I'm looking forward to like seeing the team get better, seeing the team progress as a whole. So
this time last year when we were talking to you, or talking about you rather, it was, you know, you're making a push to get in the starting lineup, fighting for playing time, so we got your feet on you. Where are you now in terms of your player development, in terms of being farther along and more established as a player?
I would say, you know, in the same boat, just pushing myself to be better. Like, you know, I'm working towards, you know, the season because it's right around the corner. So, you know, I'm pushing myself to be the best version of me as I can, as the left tackle and as like a leader of the team. So, just trying to be that for my guys.
What does the best version of yourself look like?
Just coming hard, working every day, you know, just trying to uphold the standard of the team, you know, just never slacking, like don't come out sluggish, you know, because the O-line, you know, it's always been a physical unit, so, you know, I just trying to keep up that tradition, you know, be physical in the run game, be physical in the pass game, you know, just keep it going.
Speaking of tradition, I believe math is right. The previous three guys who played left tackle were now in the league.
Yes, sir.
Is that something?
Yes, sir.
How much of that kind of thing do you think about when you're out there?
I really don't try to think about it too much, you know, just because, you know, I still got to finish up here, like at the University of Georgia. I feel like I haven't fulfilled my full potential here at Georgia, so I'm working towards that before, you know, trying to think about anything further along the line.
Well, last year, of course, I know you filled in for Jamar. I think 4 games, I think it was, in the season, right into the regular season. You got a chance there in the national championship game when you moved over to guard. I mean, just looking back on those opportunities to have that, what has that done for you moving forward to the season?
It just is like really just keep me on the grind, you know. Like I still feel like I haven't accomplished anything here at Georgia, you know. So like because I'm trying to start from day one, so I want to be able to be in that starting lineup from day one, game one, all the way up to whenever we're done, you know. And I feel like I'm able to do that, you know. So I just come in and work and, you know, stay prepared, you know, mentally, physically, just trying to stay at my top shape, just so I can be able to be that guy.
Biggest lesson you learned last year?
Biggest lesson? Composure. You know, just
talked about that before, I believe.
Yeah, just staying composed. You know, like don't get too big-headed. Like just stay within your zone. Like do what you feel comfortable doing, and, you know, just stick with it.
Talk about this offensive line as a whole now. I mean, I know the battle for guards is kind of what everybody's kind of looking at right now, but Warren there on the right side, all the experience he brings, and then Cedric there at the center. I mean, just how is the continuity kind of coming together?
I feel like the O-line is, you know, we're still progressing, but I feel we have an amazing unit. We got a lot of talent, a lot of physicality, you know, a lot of skill sets going on. So I just feel like everybody on the O-line can contribute at any time, at any position. You know, it's not just about one position. Like I know they say they're battling at guards, but everybody's working to get better every day. You know, so we're just trying to keep that same mindset.
What makes Jalen Carter good?
JC, he's just a phenomenal athlete, like a great guy, phenomenal athlete, you know, very, very physical, very strong. His technique is great, you know, great guy to be around. And he comes to work every day. Like you'll never see JC slacking off. Like he comes in ready to work and like always on the go. Like you'll never see him sluggish, like off his game. Like he's a consistent athlete. Like he has all the physical athletic ability to do anything on the like inside, outside. Like he can do anything. He can play any position on the front line.
Do you think that effort level that he brings has sort of helped raise your own level of effort, knowing that you have to match that in practice?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I would say JC, you know, being able to go against, you know, like the top guys on the D line is like helped me, and it also helps them at the same time. So, you know, we just come in ready to work, no matter who's in front of you. Like you're always competing. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be first string, third string. You know, you're just always working to better yourself in every aspect.
Now, gotta ask you about Brock here. How is he as a blocker?
Brock is amazing. Like he just like JC, he's like the tight end. He's like the JC at the tight end. You know, like he's a full package. So like I would just say like with him and everybody else in the tight end core, you know, we just have like it's a whole monster unit at tight end. So I feel good about it.
When did you sort of know last year as a play, a moment that, hey, this isn't your traditional freshman coming in here. This guy's a little bit different, a little bit better than
I knew when he first stepped his foot on campus, like first practice, you know, he just came in like locked in, ready. He balled out, you know, kept a level head. He worked every day. Like you never seen Brock come in and not be ready to work. He was just hungry. He was always ready, always on his game. So he just kept that mindset going.
You talk about yourself being more consistent, Brock, Jalen. Is that sort of level of consistency, is that sort of contagious throughout the team, especially for young guys coming in where, oh wow, I saw how hard, you know, Jalen Carter, Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis, I saw how hard those guys worked in practice every day. I have to work to match that.
Well, yeah, that's the standard, you know, like coming in, you see everybody else working and you just don't want to be the one that's not working. You know, it just doesn't look right. So everybody, you have to uphold the standard within the whole team, no matter if it's a senior or a freshman or somebody that's not, you like, it doesn't matter if it's a 1 or a 3, everybody has to work. That's the mindset we got to have because everybody has to get better.
Can you talk about a little bit about the importance of versatility on this offensive line? I know a lot of y'all are recruited as like tackles and stuff, but now you got to get kicked in the guard, center, this, that, the other. Can you talk about that a little bit, please?
We have like as many guys in our O-line core that can play any position on the line, you know. So like versatility is like always been a big thing at O-line, you know, because you got a fast guy on the edge, you got different kind of rushers, so you always have to be able to work around. Like if he's a speed rusher, is he like a power rusher? You got to know like what to expect.
And then you being an offensive tackle, can you talk a little bit what it's like going up against Chaz Chambliss?
Great. Like it doesn't matter who you put in front of me. Like this is the University of Georgia, so like everybody's talented. It's not just one person. It's anybody who ever gets in front of you. They're all talented to make you better, to push you to be better. So you just always got to be on your A game.
Broderick, you were obviously super highly recruited out of high school. You've stayed 2 years, kind of waiting your turn. What has that process been like in terms of like why didn't you hit the transfer portal like a lot of guys do in college football?
Because it's a grind. It's a grind. You don't give up on your dreams just because things aren't going your way. You stick it out and try and make it work. Just like in life, if something's not going your way, why would you just give up?
Y'all talked a lot about your whys last year, the skill sets and everything. I mean, guess there's one, if you feel comfortable sharing what is your why you've shared with these guys, but also how much did that play a role in your decision to stick it out?
My family's always been my why. You know, they push me to be better. You know, they're always telling me like, you know, like you're doing great, you can do it. Like, so I always just keep that in the back of my head. You know, I'm doing it for them, so I just, you know, keep going every day, push myself to be better.
Like your mom or siblings?
My mom, my siblings, everybody, my whole family. They're so supportive, like my whole family.
How much were they talking to you, I guess maybe especially last year, your second year in the program, but you got Jamar in front of you, how much did they talk to you last year about, you know, sticking out, and obviously it paid off there at the end of the year?
I wouldn't really say it was about them with me sticking them out, sticking it out here in Georgia. I think it was a personal belief within myself, you know, like knowing I will be able to accomplish my dream, you know. So like being able, and then, you know, with Jamar in front of me, you know, he was like a huge attribute to me because I was sitting behind him, but I was still learning like what to do and what not to do, things to look for. So he like, even though I was behind him, I was still learning. Like he was still teaching me stuff. So it was,
what were the biggest things you learned from Jamar, I guess, both on the field and maybe off the field in terms of how to go like this too?
Physicality. Like he was always physical, you know. So I try and take my game and let me see. I try and take my game and implement it like as his because he was so physical. So I just try and do the same thing. you know, be physical.
You talked about that in the spring, that you wanted to be more physical. What sort of things have you done or worked to do to get more physical in your game?
Just I come in and work every day. You know, I'm hitting the weights more consistently. You know, like every day I'm trying to be in the weight room. You know, trying to get my body stronger, trying to get more flexible, more. You know, just it's just the small things. You know, and then it's always the mentality. You always got to have that dog mentality. So I try and keep that up too.
I wanted to ask you about one of the younger guys, Jared Wilson. Just what have you seen from him as he's gotten ready and going through fall camp?
Everybody, he's a great athlete. Like he's such a great athlete. Like he contributes to the whole line. So you know, it's not just one person, but he came in ready to work. So he's just keeping it up. Like he's doing good.
I've heard Coach Smart out there talking to you during practice, saying we'll see you lead. Just what is that sort of motivation like for you and trying to grow as a leader on this offense?
We just need more leaders on the team, you know, because most of our leaders left. So we just have to, you know, uphold the standard of the people that left and the people that are still here. You know, like everybody is still the same thing. This is still the University of Georgia. So like we try to hold everybody to the same standard.
For you personally, is it? I mean, do you take on? I mean, do you embrace being a leader? Or is it something you kind of have to grow into?
I embrace it. You know, like coming out of high school, I was a top recruit. So it wasn't my first rodeo, like trying to be a leader. So you know, it's something like that I've done before in my life. So be all right.
Talking to Brock over there, as a tackle, you deal a lot with tight ends. You guys work together pretty closely. What's just your impression of kind of that room, all those different athletes, and how much do you guys actually have to work together when it comes to blocking and everything else that goes on?
Very talented group.
Yeah.
Everybody in there is very talented, can do anything, you know, like we have the size, we have the strength. Like when it's me and the tight end working together, it's straight domination. It's just we try and stay within our zone, you know, play physical and stay, you know, do what we have to do to win. So
Are they as different as they look? Because you see Brock one minute and you see Darnell the next minute, and physically those guys look different, but I guess they all bring a little something.
yeah, but throughout the whole team, no matter what size, you gotta have that dog mentality. So we just throughout the whole team, we keep up that whole same standard. You know, everybody gotta play physical. It's tough. We're at the University of Georgia, running the SEC. Like you can't play, you can't come timid trying to play in the SEC. Like you have to be able to stay physical. You know, get banged up, but you still gotta play. You gotta know what to do and stick to the assignment.
You mentioned being a top guy. You mentioned being a top recruit. What is that process like when you're a recruiter? Everyone's telling you you're the best, and you get on campus and you're not the best anymore. They're telling you to get better. What's that process like, and how does a top recruit deal with that kind of thing?
Well, it's just a grind. You know, like you got to come in with the mindset ready to work. You know, like coming in, I knew I was a top recruit, but I knew like I wasn't just gonna come in and be a starter. You know, I came in ready to work. You know, learn what I can from the guys that were here and just keep it up.
All right, thanks, Roger.
Thank you.